going to be the first of a shitload of videos, basically. Yeah, looking at my collection and looking at pickups. Basically, I'm going to be moving house within the next 3 weeks. We're moving out of our rented accommodation and moving into somewhere we've actually bought. So I'm going to, yeah, do quite a few videos, kind of showing the game setup here. I've been promising this one since I probably started making videos, but just never got around to it because it's, you know, it's going to be a massive project. But the next few weeks I'm going to be packing it all away, and I just want to really record how my games was set up in this place. And it's great news that kind of, you know, we're moving, we've got a house, but the room that all my games are going to go into is going to be it's going to be a much bigger room, and it's going to be, you know, it's going to be partially office space, partially my games room still. So yeah, me and the wife are kind of like, you know, amalgamating 2 rooms into one bigger room. So I'm probably going to have more space. So it's going to be good in that respect. So the first part of this is I've got 2 big piles of games that I've not shown. Games that I've probably had since before Christmas and I've still not got round to showing you. But it's time to just, you know, to knuckle down and show you them all in one go. So this video might be quite long. I've undecided whether I'm going to put photos on this one or not, because there's lots and lots of games to take photos of, but we'll see how that pans out. So let's crack on then, shall we? And the first game I'm going to show you is probably the game that I've got most recent out of the lot, and it's Aliens Infestation on the DS. Heard really good things about this. I like the look of it. It plays like a bit of a, you know, side-scrolling action adventure. It feels very old school, and it's kind of quite tied in with the Aliens universe. It does feel like you know, an offshoot. So not played much of this yet, but you know, it was picked it up for less than a tenner. It's been quite expensive everywhere for quite a while, but I saw a deal and picked it up really cheap. So I'm looking forward to playing a little bit more of that. Right, this one came from one of my friends who basically picked up the Saturn the other day. He saw it in one of these kind of like cash converter type places, and he got a really good deal actually. He kind of battered them down from the price that they wanted, and he got quite a few games, but some were duplicates. Now I've got some duplicate Saturn PAL games, and I sent them his way, and he kind of brought one for me, and it's a game that I've shamefully never played before, and it's Sega Touring Car Championship. Looks quite good actually from the graphics on the back. I gave him a copy of Daytona and the Immortal Sega Rally. I've never heard of someone that's actually bought a second-hand Saturn before and not picked up a copy of Sega Rally with it, because it seems to be the game that everyone's got. But I've got a yeah, I've got a PAL version of it thanks to one of my kind of like, yeah, really kind of cool mates on here. He sent me a copy, so I decided to, you know, to give my friend the PAL copy and kind of pass that on really. Condition's really cool as well, which surprisingly so. It's got one of these plastic cases rather than the shitty cardboard ones that a lot of you know, a lot of the PAL releases got really. So fantastic. And this was a game that I picked up from the Retro Gamer website. Retro Gamer forum, sorry. I'm on there quite a lot, and there are quite a few people that sell on there, and you can get some really good deals sometimes, you know, cutting out eBay. And this is a game I didn't know anything about, and it's on the SNES. Not bought SNES games for a while, but those I'll do another video that's got 2 SNES games on it. So I bought more SNES games recently than I have done for a while. So Super Air Diver. Air Diver on the Mega Drive one I really liked. Not a huge fan of the game itself, but the soundtrack was absolutely amazing. This looks like a much better game. Still not yet. I've still have yet to play it, but I think I paid £2 or £3 for this. So another cool one to have in the set, and it's it's really nice nick. I'd be interested to see if anyone's actually played this and knows what it's like. It looks like a kind of like a first-person type flight sim, but no idea. So any thoughts on that would be much appreciated. You probably know I've been after a complete GameCube collection. That's kind of starts and stops for me, to be honest. But I saw these two games for, I think it was a couple of quid, so I thought that'll go to the collection. Game here called Zapper Wicked Cricket. Been working backwards a little bit through the complete list. Looks alright, probably a bit shit like, but condition wise it's okay. But I'll give that one a go and tell you what I think about that later on down the line. I'll make a note of that. And another game to show you here is ZooCube. Again, one I've never played, but someone I know has actually said that this isn't too bad, and it's worth a go. It's a puzzle game. No idea how to play it, but again, really cheap. So a welcome addition to the GameCube collection. I'll show you this one. Same friend who I traded Sega Touring Car with got me this for my birthday, and it's absolutely in immaculate condition. Always a game I wanted to play, and a game that he actually really likes as well, so he wanted me to have a go at it. Robocop vs Terminator on the Sega Master System. Absolutely immaculate condition. It's pretty much perfect, to be honest. Unusually, it's got a virgin black cart there as well, with red writing, which looks a bit unusual. It's got the blue label on the back as well. Very strange, but pretty cool instruction manual here. Looking forward to playing this, because as I say, he says good things about it, and I really want to give it a go. So that's probably it's probably been a couple of years since I've got a Master System game, so that's really cool addition. And this is a game I've not tried this one yet. 101 fighting game that I always wanted, kind of like when it came out. It got pretty kind of average reviews to good. It's about like 7 out of 10 type reviews. And I picked this one up really cheap. I love the artwork on this one actually. Zero Divide. I've subsequently found out that this has got a kind of it's like an inbuilt shoot 'em up hidden in this game that you unlock. So I'll be intrigued to see what that's actually like. But yeah, I love my fighting games. This was always one I wanted. Really pleased to have this. I'm sure the 3D on this is going to look fucking shite. But old 3D, you either love it or hate it, and I think it's quite cool to see how they kind of did these effects. So again, looking forward to giving this one a go. Case is a bit battered on this one, as in it's really bad. But the manual, which is quite thick, is it's cool. It's complete. One I bought just to try. If I really like it, then I'll pick up the copy of the Japanese version, because I'm sure it's got nicer artwork. Right, another handheld game. I picked up quite a few handheld games over the past few weeks, and this was one I picked up for a £5, and it's Silent Hill Oranges. Silent Hill Origins. not played this, got no idea what it's like. I like the Silent Hill series, but I quite like the idea of playing this on the go, so I picked this one up. Really, really good condition as well. You know, and as with most Konami releases as well, PAL releases, lovely full colour manual. They've really kind of like, you know, really kind of made that effort, and yeah, as I say, I love this series, so I'm looking forward to giving this book a go. Right. Okay. There's no more on that pile I can show you today. There's some shoot-ups here which I'm not going to show you today either. Right. This was a game that I've already got on the PS3, as it was a bonus release on the PS3 limited edition, and it's Dead Space Extraction. Wanted this one for absolutely ages, and as you can see, I got it in the 2 for £10 offer. It's always kind of been a little bit more expensive than I've wanted to pay for it, but I've always wanted the Wii version as well as the PS3 version, just for comparison. And I'm a bit of a Dead Space completist really, so when I saw this for a £5, I thought, oh, I'll pick it up. You can't go wrong with that price. It's in good nick as well. Instruction manual's a bit bullshit, you know, a bit plain, but looking forward to playing the originator really. And the next game we'll show you is another game that I picked up really cheap as well. I believe this was about £5. I never really wanted to. Actually, I think it was £4.50, brand new. And it was a game that I was always quite interested in, or a compilation I was always quite interested in. But I didn't really want to pay the money that it was going for, even when it came down to about a tenner. And it's the Dreamcast collection on the 360. I do like retro compilations, but all these games were kind of like they were available on Xbox Live at some point, so it's really a compilation for people that didn't, you know, pick up the games or don't have an internet access. Is there anyone who doesn't have an internet access who's got a games console now? I'm sure there will be. But I'd already picked up Crazy Taxi on this compilation, so it consists of Sega Bass Fishing, Sonic Adventure 3D, and Space Channel 5 Part 2, as well as Crazy Taxi. Already picked this up on, you know, as a download, so to get the other 3 games it had to be a good price, and for the price I got it for, it was a really good price. Loved Sonic Adventure, you know, had that on the Dreamcast kind of like from day one. Never played Sega Bass Fishing, but always quite fancied it, and I've never played Space Channel 5 either. So for me, you know, this compilation was great when it came out. Graphically, the game's starting to show their age. I think there's a bit of charm in actually going to the game select screen, because it's just kind of like, you can tell it will pull together in maybe, you know, a day or something like that. It's really quite cheap, is the game selection screen, but once you actually get to the games themselves, really good. Sega Bass Fishing's brilliant. I'm really enjoying that, and that's quite an admission to make really. Crazy Taxi's great. Sonic Adventure looks fantastic too. Actually, Sonic Adventure stood the test of time, so yeah, great compilation. If you see it cheap, pick it up, because it's a lot of fun. Okay, I'm just filtering out the games here that are in the pile that I've either actually shown or I'm going to put in another video. Right, this was another game that I picked up dirt cheap. It was £2.50. There we go. Red Ninja, End of Honor. Heard it's a distinctly average game, but graphically it looks quite interesting. Really kind of quite like the artwork as well on the game. The manual's shit, absolutely shit. But one I want to see, just one, you know, cheap enough. Just wanted to check it out. Right then, where do I start with this one? Okay, yeah. This was one that Liam Donovan sent me through. He's got a YouTube channel, you might want to check it out. Completely not Zelda nut. A really, really good guy. He picked this one up as a duplicate, and we were talking on Twitter, and he sent me it through. Really nice guy. If I think on, I'll put a link to his videos on this video. Marvel Ultimate Alliance he sent me through on the PS2. Not one I've tried yet. Looks really interesting. So really nice nick as well. Thanks, mate. And I'll give that one a go. My PS2's set up at the moment, so I'll give that a test before I pack that one away. And this is a game that I picked up when I showed you Dead Space earlier. This was the Dead Space Extinction, is it? Extraction, sorry. This was the other game that I picked up for in the 2 for £10, and it's Guilty Gear 2 Overture. Another fighting game that I like the Guilty Gear series. This is quite a bit different from the normal Guilty Gear series. It looks a bit like some kind of stadium type fighting game where you're running around in 3D, maybe more like a beat 'em up. But again, it's always been quite expensive, and I saw it for this price and just had to pick it up. This is a 505 Games release, and it's originally an Arc Systems game, who, you know, they make great fighting games, and lovely full colour manual. Still not giving this one a go. I've loaded it up, make sure it works, but not played it yet. So if I have some thoughts about it after I've played it, then I'll let you know. Okay, this is another game that I've been after for ages, but it's always been too expensive. Even kind of used, it's been about £15, £16. I mean, you can pick it up online for 19, but I got this in the game sale when game kind of like, yeah, basically kind of just died relatively recently, and then was, you know, came back Phoenix-like. The couple of weeks before they actually went into administration, they were doing just absolutely crazy sales, and I picked this one up in that sale. It's more or less half price, and it's Konami Arcade Classics. Picked this one up because it's got a port of Gradius on it and a port of Twinbee as well. So it's a real one for shoot 'em up fans. I think there's another shoot 'em up on here as well. Let's go through what we've actually got on here. There's loads of games. Scramble, yeah, the genesis of the Gradius series. Tutankhamun's on there, which looks like a bit of a adventure game. Puyan, Time Pilot, that's another shoot 'em up. Rock and Rope, International Track and Field, Circus Charlie, Super Basketball, Road Fighter, Ya Kung Fu, Twinbee, Kicker, which looks a bit like, what's that? It looks like Ya Kung Fu, I think. Anyway, Gradius, Russian Attack. It's an absolute classic. I love Russian Attack. And Contra as well. So I'm a Konami fan. That's a great compilation. Worth the entry fee for Twinbee alone, I think. So one worth looking out for if you can pick it up, shmup fans. And yeah, I don't want to show you that one. This one I picked up for, I think it was £8. Splinter Cell trilogy. The last Splinter Cell game actually on the 360 really enjoyed, and I've got a thing about these classics HD series. I'm going to try and pick them all up at some point, and this was really cheap, so I'm looking forward to giving these a go. I never give them a go kind of like when they came out, just because I wasn't a huge fan. I was a Metal Gear fan, and I always thought these were a bit, I don't know, they were too serious for me. I liked the both kind of like the fiction and the fantasy of Metal Gear. So I was never interested in these, but I am now. So I'm looking forward to playing that one through. Right, these are two games that are quite unusual games. They're two games that were developed in India, and they weren't really for this market, but they kind of found their way there. I think they're going to be kind of future rarities, but one of them is, one of them isn't, I'd say. So there's Desiada there, Games of India. So that's like it's a compilation of Indian games. What we got there? Gilly Danda. That's a cricket type game. The game on here called Kite Fight. Pachisi. Kabaddi, which we all know if you're a certain age and you used to watch Channel 4. And a strategy game called Goats and Tigers. So very Indian themed games. The PSP version of this is quite common, and you can pick this up on eBay for brand new for about £1.50. But I just got this as a curiosity, to be honest, and I've heard it's not actually too bad. It's an Indian game, but this one's released in the European Union, and it's quite uncommon to find this in the shops, so that's why I picked that one up. This one is just plain unusual and quite rare, and not rare, but quite kind of difficult to get in this country. And it's a game called Hanuman, Boy Warrior. Now this is a specifically Indian market game made by an Indian company. I think someone told me that it's actually the first game that was purely developed in India. That's probably wrong, but yeah, one that's quite tricky to get, and you can only actually really buy it from people in India as well. By all accounts, the game's pretty average. I've had a quick go of it, and it's shit. So it's just one for the collection, just a curiosity. You might want to check it out. But that's the end of this video. Yeah, I'll break the other videos down into shorter videos, and you'll see why, because they're very specific. So there's probably shmup related video in this as well. Maybe next part. But thank you all for watching and bearing with this hideously long video, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.